Greetings, class, and welcome to Professor Macabro's Halloween Marathon. We're up to day 21. Told you I would remember. I am recording this, and the band is still playing their freaking music. It's very annoying. How long will this thing go? But today, on day 21, only 10 more days to go, class, I will talk about a subject that you might not consider would happen. In this modern day we live in, where we have your smartphones, and your TVs, and your cable, and your satellites, and your Netflix, and your, smartphones, and iPads, and all that good stuff. Everything is controlled by technology, and powered by electricity, that magical force that runs through all your precious technology and powers it, gives it life. It's a wonderful discovery because it allows people like myself to record videos and share it with the world. But consider this. What would happen if electricity is actually a sentient being? What happens if electricity is pissed off at the world because of how it's been abused? Everyone has an electrical device. So you would imagine that if electricity is a sentient thing, it would be pretty upset of being locked up in a cell phone, or in a smart device, or the light bulb that shines our way. And when something is fed up, it would eventually revolt against its captors. What do you do then, when you're so dependent on your precious technology? Well, a movie that I have found touches upon this, and that is Pulse. Now, not to be confused with the Asian movie Pulse, or the American remake also called Pulse. No, this is a movie that predates the Asian horror movie. In this one, such a thing that I mentioned happens. Electricity is pissed off that everyone is just abusing it, and decides to take matters into its own electrical tendrils. It actually runs through the current and starts making things short-circuit and makes things act weird so that the puny humans can suffer its wrath. An example, if you have an electric heater and your hot water runs through the electricity, well, the electricity will be like, oh, yes, have you ever seen how a lobster dies? Well, that's gonna happen to you. Jacks up the hot water and melts your skin in a very, very crispy kind of way. But not your face for some reason. That happens to one of the characters. The story happens in a, typical old-school neighborhood. A neighbor suffers a fate befallen by the evil electricity. One of the kids, because that's just the case with these kind of movies in this day, sees this or finds out about it, and nobody believes the kid, because the kid has too much imagination. Oh, little Timmy, you're just having one of your messed up, cookie-induced fantasies, and it's ridiculous. How could the electricity have killed that person that was electrocuted? Totally unrelated. It's not like the electricity electrocuted him. No, Timmy, you dumbass. But, unfortunately, in the case of these horror movies, while it is a bit of a cliche, it turns out that the kid is right. Always listen to kids. Even if they're bullshitting you, check. What? You don't lose anything. You might actually save your own damn life. So, I don't remember his exact name, so I'm gonna keep calling him Timmy. Timmy tells his parents, okay, you're not gonna believe this, but I'm pretty sure that the electricity has become sentient and it's out to get us. Typically in this type of movies, the last person that believes the kid is the dad. I don't know why they portray parents this way, but the dads especially are like, no, that's bullshit. Get away from me. I have important things to do. I have to work. And it's usually the mother that believes the kid not at first, but then she starts seeing weird stuff happen. The mother, unfortunately, once she starts believing the kid, is the one that gets Krispy Kremed by the hot water, and she has these boils and everything. It's a very good makeup effect. But again, oddly enough, her face is perfectly fine. There's third-degree burns, but her face, no problem. So now the dad is like, well, joke's on me, I guess I should have listened to Timmy. And arms himself with valor and tries to save Timmy from the evil electrical monster. It's very rare to see electricity portrayed as a villain. Usually it's something that, gives us pleasure in lighting and communications and our TVs that play our horror movies. To my knowledge, I have rarely seen something like electricity portrayed as a bad guy. So this movie was very, very interesting in that aspect. Now, of course, this is an older movie, but the effects are still pretty cool. I've said this before, but the good old days were always amazing for your practical effects. Before, you could just type in a couple of ones and zeros, and make something fake. Back then, it was a craft to create special effects. People actually had to think how to create a special effect that had never been seen before. Either through a miniature, or maybe through a, something that you could do, magnets, makeup, a bunch of really interesting stuff that unfortunately now is a dying art. Everything is CG, everything looks fake, but back then, there was a sense of realism that I severely miss. So yes, while you might feel that this movie has a lot of cliches, please keep in mind that this movie is an older movie. If memory serves me right, it's a movie from the 80s, so they were innovating. It's not that they copied anyone, it's that they themselves set up the bases and, other people copied them. So, I would recommend Pulse. It is a very interesting movie, at least in the fact that the main villain is electricity. It's not something that you can punch. It's not something that you can run away with. Run away from. It's not, a monster like your Jason Voorhees or your Freddy Kruegers. This is an inanimate object that can, be on your light bulb and then escape to your microwave and then escape to your lawnmower and kill you that way. It's very, very interesting. And I do wish they would have made some more. I don't know if there's any more, unfortunately. That's the only one I saw. That's the only one I own. But if there are more of these, let me know. I am always looking for new flavors of horror to digest. So, Pulse gets a grade of B+. While not a super classic, it is a very enjoyable movie that I recommend to you all. Watch it. You might enjoy it, much like I did. Well, class, we're up to day 21. Hopefully, I can make the 10 days work and be with you till All Hallows Eve. I will try my darndest to make it so. So, class, until tomorrow, this was your humble teacher and guide, Professor Macabro, wishing you all a good evening.